Was a dark day, we were frightened, so much chaos, so many white men, caught off guard, no one knew what to say. How did it all get so crazy? Facts are absent, the air was hazy, we stood watching, tears streamed down our faces. While in the White House there was a tyrant glued to the TV, cheering the violence. When they pleaded, he refused to say a word. He just sat there in his fury, lashed out against us. The world was worried. We didn't know if we would make it through. The day they stormed the Capitol, they couldn't take it down, and now we're rising up in numbers much too numerous to count, and we are taking back democracy, and we won't be backing down. We are taking back democracy, and we won't be backing down. Now we're standing, we're united. Our elders showed us the most worthy fight is for our freedom, requires vigilance. We're courageous, growing stronger, not complacent. We serve with honor, and our power is the love that leads our way. The day they stormed the Capitol, they couldn't take us down, and now we're rising up in numbers much too numerous to count, and we are taking back democracy, and we won't be backing down. We are taking back democracy, and we won't be backing down. And we won't be backing down. Good morning and welcome to Off the Ledge on this historic day. October 18th, 2025, it's a day that will go down in history as the day that the people rose up. The day that the people said, enough is enough. No more. We are not a fascist nation. Let's just remember that America has pushed back on fascism before, right in our own country. So, if you ever read Rachel Maddow's book, I forget what it's called. Anyway, she talks about that a lot. Prequel, I think it was. When I wrote that song, I was really hopeful that it would get out into the world, so I'm just asking you, I'll put the link in the description as I did last night. That's a song for a protest. So I'll put the link to that and the other song, We've Got to Come Together, which those of you that are regulars have heard.
so you can share them at the protest. So there's no copyrights. I'm not collecting any money. It's ridiculous to try to make money with music nowadays, the way that the whole system is set up, unfortunately. But we can't stop creating, because artists have always changed the world. All of us working together with a common message. Change the world. And today, much to their dismay, the fascists are going to have to see and feel how outnumbered they are. When you go to a protest, I just want to encourage you and all of us to break through the learned, I would say, antisocial behavior. So I'm just going to express what I experienced when I went to a protest rally. I had mentioned it before, in Maine, not too long ago, a few months ago. And I walked up to a person who was holding a sign. I think she was either holding a sign or I offered her a sign. I've made a lot of signs. And I asked her what her name was, because I introduced myself. I said, hi, my name is Annette, and what's your name? And she refused to tell me her name. So people have gotten into this amnesia state, a lot of people, where they just feel like, I can't tell you, I can't let you in. Later, when I went back to where she was standing, she kind of singled me out and she apologized for that. And then she told me her name. So the reason I'm telling you this, recounting this, is because I want us all to really just be in the awareness that you or I, we might be the one that kind of makes somebody think, why was I not offering my name? Why? I mean, everybody knows, we learned it in elementary school, right? When somebody introduces themselves to you, you introduce yourself back. This is a pivotal moment. I'm still hearing on pro-democracy channels, I'm terrified of what's going to happen. Oh, I'm really concerned. Oh, I'm worried. They've drunk the Kool-Aid, and that's what the fascists need us to be thinking. So don't listen to any of that, especially don't listen to any of that before you get out there on the streets in your peaceful protest. Introduce yourself to another person. If they are rude or, just not friendly, I don't expect people to be rude, but just not friendly back. Stand your ground, be authentic, be real. Appeal to their humanity, their humanness, because we're all craving that. Don't let it enter into your head that we're not, because we are. I'm going to read from Ernest Holmes, but I just want to say my overriding feeling of what's going on right now is there's a divine hand at work forcing us to do something. And when we're face to face with fascism, that qualifies as forcing us to do something. They literally are setting up this country to be like North Korea, where they just want us dead if we don't bow down to them. Not happening. We won't be backing down. Okay. So once again, I'll put the links in the description of the 2 songs that I have written that are kind of anthems. And we'll read today's We Accept the Fullness of Life from Ernest. Today we cease weeping over the mistakes of yesterday and steadfastly behold the face of the great and divine reality. We know that every negative condition of the past is swept aside. Yesterday is no longer here. Tomorrow has not yet arrived. Today is God's day. Today is our day. Today, bright with hope and filled with promise, is ours. Today our hearts are without fear. We have implicit confidence in the good, the enduring, and the true. Today we keep our consciousness steadfast with the realization that there is a spiritual power upon which we may rely. We turn resolutely to that divine source that knows no confusion, to that spiritual center that knows no fear. The Spirit is not afraid of anything. The divine has no enemies. The Spirit knows no opposites. Consciously, we draw close to our divine center and feel the warmth of its presence. And so it is. Let's feel the warmth of one another's presence. Let's really feel it. And I'd like for us to take a moment right now. Just close your eyes. And imagine a brilliant light shining down upon the United States of America, the brightest light you can imagine, infiltrating every single city, every single place in this country, especially all those many, many, many cities and towns and counties where protests are happening. Imagine rays of light beaming down from the heavens, infiltrating the United States of America, and nothing dark and evil can affect it. Feel it. Thank you. Open your eyes. Let's do a little bit of a reading. Pick 3 cards for today. And my nose is running. Beautiful day. I think that a lot of places are having gorgeous weather, which is great. Oh, 1 card fell, so now it's going to be 4 cards. We're moving to higher ground. We're moving to a higher place. Facing the burden. Facing the burden by being really conscious. Coming together. And we are guided. We are guided. We are guided. Don't ever think that we're not. Don't think you're out there all by yourself, even if you're in a huge crowd, without spiritual support, without spirit guidance and protection. So, I wasn't going to do this, but I think it might be appropriate for me to close this video with "We've Got to Come Together." And thank you to Terry Hall, who did the slideshow a few years ago. So I'll just play this and then have fun at the rallies, and I'll catch up with you a little bit later. Everything's falling around me. Fog so thick I can hardly see. Nothing is holding me up. Everyone's had enough. No one is really connecting. We act like we are all set, and inside we're drowning in sorrow that'll come to an end. We've got to come together in every kind of weather. We are stronger by oh so much more when we're all joined as one. We'll be like a wave that's crashing, driven by divine, passionate action. We've got to come together and this world will be saved. Whenever there is a challenge, we turn our doubt into courage. There's nothing we cannot do when we are guided by love. We give not into temptation. Our faith is helping our patience. We're reaching out into space and throughout all of time.
We've got to come together in every kind of weather. We are stronger by oh so much more when we are all joined as one. We'll be like a wave that's crashing, driven by divine passionate action. We've got to come together and this world will be saved. We've got to come together in every kind of weather. We are stronger by oh so much more when we're all joined as one. We'll be like a wave that's crashing, driven by divine passionate action. We've got to come together and this world will be saved. We've got to come together and this world will be saved. Come together and this world will be saved. We've got to come together and this world will be saved. Come together and this world will be saved. Come together and this world will be saved.
Go have some fun, everyone. Namaste.